Did you know that Mauritania, a country in northwest Africa, is one of the last places in the world where slavery is still practiced? Yes, you heard that right. Mauritania, a country of stark contrast and captivating beauty, holds a secret that often goes untold. Nestled in the westernmost part of the African continent, Mauritania is a land of extreme paradoxes. Its vast stretches of the Sahara Desert are juxtaposed with the lush banks of the Senegal River, and its vibrant markets buzz alongside centuries-old, silent sand dunes. Here, ancient traditions meet modern aspirations, creating a fascinating cultural mosaic that is as diverse as it is unique. But let's rewind a little. Mauritania wasn't always just a desert country. Thousands of years ago, it was a part of the Green Sahara, home to large communities of hunters, gatherers, and later, traders who navigated the trans-Saharan trade routes. Over time, the climate changed, and so did Mauritania, transforming into the desert nation we know today. Now let's get back to the elephant in the room, or should we say, the camel in the desert. Slavery. Yes, in the 21st century, slavery is still a part of Mauritanian society, although it's officially abolished. This deeply rooted social evil is a dark cloud that has hung over the country for centuries, tainting its rich cultural tapestry. But Mauritania is not just about its challenges. It's a country that takes pride in its mixed-race heritage, its harmonious blend of Berber, Arab, Black African, and French influences. It's a nation of Moors, a term that encapsulates the ethnic and cultural diversity of its people. This is Mauritania, a land of breathtaking landscapes, rich history, diverse cultures, harsh realities, and resilient people. A country that's as intriguing as it is complex, as beautiful as it is challenging, and as inspiring as it is heartbreaking. So buckle up as we dive into the rich tapestry that is Mauritania, a mixed-race African country of Moors. Tucked away in northwest Africa, Mauritania is a geographical marvel. This sprawling nation is a blend of stark contrasts, where the harshness of the Sahara Desert meets the soothing lull of the Atlantic Ocean, and where the Senegal River carves a verdant path through the arid landscape. Let's start with the vast Sahara Desert, an expanse of sand that stretches as far as the eye can see. Covering 3/4 of Mauritania, the Sahara is the world's largest hot desert. It's a place where dunes rise like waves on a golden sea, and where the winds whisper tales of caravans that once treaded along ancient trade routes. But don't be fooled by the Sahara's seemingly harsh exterior. This desert is home to an array of flora and fauna, which have adapted to its severe conditions. From the resilient acacia trees to the elusive desert fox, the Sahara is a testament to the tenacity of life. Now, let's journey westward, where Mauritania kisses the Atlantic Ocean. This coastline, stretching over 700 kilometers, is a stark contrast to the dry desert. Here, the Atlantic waves crash against sandy beaches and rocky cliffs, creating a melody that's music to the ears of the weary traveler. The coastal region is rich in marine biodiversity, housing a variety of fish species, sea turtles, and even dolphins. These waters also serve as a significant source of livelihood for the local fishing communities. Moving south, we find the Senegal River, Mauritania's lifeline. This river, the country's only perennial watercourse, forms a natural border with Senegal. Along its banks, we find a ribbon of greenery, a stark contrast to the surrounding desert. The river provides a crucial source of water for irrigation, supporting agriculture in a land where arable land is scarce. It's a haven for many bird species, making it a birdwatcher's paradise. Mauritania's climate is as diverse as its geography. The coastal regions enjoy a mild, Mediterranean climate, while the interior is dominated by a hot, desert climate. The temperature can plummet at night, reminding us of the desert's dual nature. Despite these harsh conditions, Mauritania's unique biodiversity thrives, adapting to the extreme temperatures and limited rainfall. From the scorching dunes of the Sahara, the lush banks of the Senegal River, to the cool Atlantic coastline, Mauritania's diverse geographical features shape the lives of its people. They have learned to coexist with the land, their culture, and livelihoods molded by the landscapes they inhabit. From the endless sands of the Sahara to the Atlantic's azure waters, Mauritania is a land of contrasts. Its geographical features tell a tale of resilience, adaptation, and the awe-inspiring power of nature. Whether you're a geographer, a nature enthusiast, or a curious soul seeking to understand the world, Mauritania's landscapes offer a rich tapestry of learning and exploration. Mauritania, a melting pot of cultures, is home to the MOORS, a mixed-race African community. This vibrant nation is a symphony of contrasting harmonies, each playing its own unique tune. The MOORS, an integral part of this symphony, contribute a rich and diverse melody that reverberates throughout the land, shaping the unique cultural landscape of Mauritania. At the heart of Moorish culture is the Hassaniya Arabic, a distinct dialect that carries the whispers of their past, the conversations of their present, and the dreams for their future. It's the language of poetry, of stories, and of everyday life, a melodious testament to their centuries-old heritage. The Hassaniya Arabic is more than just a means of communication. It's a thread that weaves the Moorish community together, binding them in shared history and shared identity. The traditional clothing of the Moors is a canvas painted with colors of the desert. For men, it's the voluminous dara, a loose-fitting robe that billows in the desert wind, as timeless as the sand dunes themselves. For women, it's the vibrant melhafa, a single piece of cloth that wraps around the body like a desert flower blooming in the brilliant sun. These garments are not just clothing, but a reflection of their environment, a testament to their resilience, and a celebration of their heritage. But what is culture without its music? The rhythmic beats of the T-ball, the soulful melodies of the Ardeen, and the passionate strums of the Tidnet come together to create a symphony that resonates with the spirit of the Moors. It's a music that speaks of their joys and sorrows, their hopes and dreams, their love and longing. It's a music that transcends language, touching the soul and stirring the heart. And then there's the cuisine. The Moors love their food as much as they love their music. The aromatic zrig, a refreshing camel milk drink, the hearty tiboudien, a delightful fish and rice dish, and the sweet dates that melt in your mouth. Each dish is a culinary adventure that takes you on a gastronomic journey through the heart of Moorish culture. But what makes Moorish culture truly special is not just their language, their clothing, their music, or their cuisine. It's the people themselves. The Moors are warm, hospitable, and deeply proud of their heritage. They are a people who cherish their traditions, who honor their past, and who look forward to their future with hope and optimism. In Mauritania, every thread of culture, every note of music, every taste of cuisine, and every word spoken in Hassaniya Arabic comes together to create a vibrant tapestry. This tapestry is woven with threads of different colors and textures, each representing the diverse elements that make up the Moorish culture. It's a tapestry that tells a story of a people, a story of a land, a story of a culture. The Mauritanian culture is a vibrant tapestry woven from threads of different colors and textures. And as we continue our journey through this fascinating country, we'll discover more about this tapestry and the people who weave it. So, stay tuned as we delve deeper into the captivating world of Mauritania. In Mauritania, beauty comes in all sizes, and bigger is often considered better. This belief has given rise to a unique, albeit controversial practice known as le bleu. This is a tradition whereby young girls are force-fed or fattened up in preparation for marriage. A practice deeply rooted in history and culture, le bleu is seen by some as a symbol of affluence, prosperity, and desirability. Now you might be wondering, why would anyone want to force-feed their children? Well, in Mauritanian society, a larger size is often associated with wealth, status, and beauty. The rationale behind this is that a larger woman is viewed as coming from a well-off family that can afford plentiful food. Additionally, it's believed that a fuller figure is more desirable to men, thus increasing the girl's prospects for a good marriage. However, it's not as simple as it sounds. Le bleu isn't just about consuming more food. It is a rigorous and often brutal process that involves young girls eating excessive amounts of food, sometimes under duress. The diet is typically high in fat and carbohydrates, and the girls are encouraged, or rather, coerced, to eat beyond their capacity. This can lead to numerous health issues, both physical and psychological. Indeed, the health implications of le bleu are serious and far-reaching. Obesity, heart disease, diabetes, and a host of other health problems are common among women who have gone through this practice. The psychological impact is equally devastating, with many girls suffering from low self-esteem, body image issues, and even depression. Despite these health risks, the practice of le bleu continues, largely due to societal pressure and deeply ingrained cultural beliefs. However, the tides are slowly turning. With increasing awareness about the health risks associated with obesity and the rise of women's rights movements, more and more people are beginning to question and challenge this practice. Many NGOs and health organizations are working tirelessly to educate communities about the dangers of force-feeding and promote healthier body images. They are also providing support to women who have been victims of this practice, helping them regain their health and rebuild their lives. It's also worth noting that not all Mauritanians support or practice le bleu. Many in the younger generation, in particular, are rejecting this tradition, opting instead for a healthier lifestyle. They see beauty in diversity and believe in the importance of accepting all body types. The practice of le bleu is a complex issue, rooted in tradition but challenged by modern health concerns. It's a stark reminder of how societal and cultural expectations can shape our perceptions of beauty, and how these expectations can sometimes have dangerous consequences. However, with ongoing education and advocacy, there is hope that this practice will become a thing of the past, allowing future generations of Mauritanian girls to grow up free from the pressures of le bleu. Despite Mauritania officially abolishing slavery in 1981, the vile practice still exists. As jarring as it may sound, modern-day slavery is a harsh reality in Mauritania. A complex web of social, economic, and cultural factors perpetuates this gross human rights violation, casting a dark shadow over the nation's colorful tapestry. In Mauritania, the legacy of slavery is deeply entrenched. Rooted in racial and caste hierarchies, it's a system where Haratines, the so-called slave caste, are born into bondage, serving the Bedaines, or white Moors. This isn't a simple story of servitude for wages. No, this is a tale of people considered property, passed down through generations like heirlooms, their lives dictated by their masters. The Mauritanian government, under international pressure, has made several attempts to eradicate this practice. They've passed laws criminalizing slavery, set up special courts to prosecute offenders, and launched awareness campaigns. In fact, Mauritania was the last country in the world to abolish slavery, doing so only in the early 80s, with criminalization following in 2007. Yet, despite these efforts, enforcement remains weak. The special courts, set up in 2015, have seen very few cases, and convictions are even rarer. The reason? A lack of political will, corruption, and a society steeped in denial. Many Mauritanians, especially among the Bedaines, refuse to acknowledge the existence of slavery, viewing it as a Western conspiracy to tarnish their image. But the fight against slavery is not without its champions. Abolitionist groups, both within the country and internationally, have been tirelessly working to free slaves and change mindsets. They face tremendous obstacles, from government crackdowns to societal ostracization. Yet, they soldier on, fueled by the belief in human dignity and freedom. One such abolitionist, Biram Da Abaid, a son of freed slaves himself, has been at the forefront of this battle. Despite multiple imprisonments and threats, he continues to rally against the system, inspiring many to dream of a life beyond bondage. The road to freedom, however, is fraught with challenges. Freed slaves, devoid of education and resources, often find themselves in dire straits. Reintegration into society is a difficult process, and without adequate support, many fall back into exploitative situations, a tragic game of snakes and ladders. Slavery in Mauritania is a grim reality, a stark contrast to the country's vibrant landscapes and rich culture. It's a blemish on the face of humanity, a painful reminder that the chains of the past can reach into the present. But as we cast light on this dark corner of the world, let's not forget the resilience of those who fight for freedom. Their struggle is a testament to the indomitable human spirit, a beacon of hope in the face of despair. Despite the challenges, Mauritania is a country on the move, striving for progress. A land of stark contrasts and enduring traditions, it is a place where the past and the future are intertwined in a unique tapestry of life. In recent years, Mauritania has taken steps towards progress and development. Education, a vital cornerstone for any nation, is being prioritized. Efforts are being made to increase literacy rates, particularly among women and girls. Schools are being built in rural areas, and teachers are being trained to provide quality education to the younger generation. The seeds of knowledge being sown today promise to bear fruit in the form of a more enlightened society tomorrow. The country is also focusing on infrastructural development. Roads are being constructed, and existing ones are being improved to connect remote areas with urban centers. This not only aids in the movement of people, but also facilitates the exchange of goods, ideas, and cultures. The echoes of construction sites across the country are a testament to the nation's desire for growth and development. Moreover, Mauritania is not alone in its journey. International organizations are collaborating with the government to bring about positive changes. Human rights campaigns are being launched to address issues such as forced feeding and slavery. Laws are being reviewed and revised, and efforts are being made to ensure their enforcement. But progress is not just about laws and infrastructure. It's about changing mindsets and attitudes. And that's where the real success stories lie. In the women who, once force-fed, are now advocating against the practice. In the former slaves who are standing up for their rights and demanding justice. In the young generation that is questioning old norms and dreaming of a different future. Take the example of Aissata, a woman who was once subjected to force feeding. Today, she runs a small business, using her earnings to educate her daughters. She is also an active member of a local women's group campaigning against force feeding. Her story is a beacon of hope, a testament to the power of resilience and the will to change. Or consider the tale of Boubacar, a former slave who now works as a human rights activist. His tireless efforts have brought the issue of slavery in Mauritania to international attention. Boubacar's journey from bondage to activism is a powerful narrative of liberation and human dignity. These stories are but glimpses of the change that is possible and that is taking place in Mauritania. They speak of a nation that, despite its challenges, is not static, a nation that is evolving, learning, and growing. Mauritania, with its myriad of complexities, continues to march forward, carrying its rich heritage into a hopeful future. The journey is long, and the road is filled with obstacles. But with courage, determination, and a commitment to change, Mauritania is forging a path towards a more equitable and prosperous tomorrow. Mauritania, a land of contrasts, is a testament to the resilience and adaptability of the human spirit. In our exploration, we've journeyed across this mixed-race African country of Moors, where the Sahara's vast expanse meets the Atlantic's cool embrace. We've discovered a nation that is as geographically diverse as it is culturally rich, where ancient traditions and modern aspirations coexist, sometimes in harmony, sometimes in conflict. We've delved into the rich cultural mosaic of Mauritania, where Berber, Arab, and sub-Saharan African influences have woven a vibrant tapestry of music, art, and cuisine. We've learned how the country's nomadic heritage continues to shape its social fabric, from the tea-drinking rituals that punctuate daily life to the colorful boubous that add a splash of color to the desert landscape. Our journey took a darker turn as we confronted the unsettling practices of force-feeding and slavery. We've looked unflinchingly at the tradition of le bleu, where young girls are compelled to consume excessive amounts of food to attain a fuller figure, considered desirable in Mauritanian society. We've also grappled with the enduring issue of slavery that, despite being officially abolished, persists in certain corners of the country. Yet, we also found reason for hope. We've seen how activists and ordinary Mauritians alike are working tirelessly to challenge these harmful practices, advocating for change and striving to build a more equitable society. We've witnessed the power of education and awareness, the first steps on the long road to social transformation. In Mauritania, we've encountered a country that is at once beautiful and perplexing, inviting and challenging. It's a land that compels us to question our assumptions, to broaden our perspectives, and to engage with the complexities of the world in all their raw, unvarnished reality. From the vast Sahara to the bustling markets, from the smiling faces to the challenges they face, Mauritania is a country that both fascinates and challenges our understanding of the world.